Alabama, Lone Top, Mississippi, Possum Point, Georgia, Miami.
Who's Amy?
Miami.
Hey, you mean your Amy?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hookers?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hunkers?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Hoboken.
Hoboken. Oh, well, Mr. Conductor, I want to go to Hot Town.
Hot Town?
Yes.
That's the last stop.
Last.
All aboard.
All right, sir.
The funniest thing just happened. I forgot to set up my accounts properly. I go through a lot of stuff getting in here. Anyway, hello everybody. Hello Mini-Me. Hello Greed. Hello everyone who might be lurking and watching. Hello. My ears are getting blistered from this amazing music. And for some reason...
Minimi Cursor 96 said, how are you?
Mini-Me, I am doing actually incredibly good. I just ate. So you're not going to hear too much conversation about me lamenting about other foods, but more praising the food that I just ate. And I had a very long and satisfying nap earlier. So I'm doing fine. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Welcome, everybody. You should know, I say to the general populace watching, you should know that I got a spike in my traffic recently. I started getting viewers I was not anticipating.
Minimi Cursor 96 said somewhat okay, thanks.
Fantastic, and I'm glad to hear that, Mini-Me. So, I looked into what was going on, and apparently, the culprit for this spike of activity was some of my JP, my JP brethren. They had linked me to a Wikipedia page. So I have a Wikipedia entry, which really I should be linking myself to, but I'm almost reticent to link myself to it simply because I find it a little bit incomplete. Here we go. And the video is wrong, and there's just not a lot of activity. Here, let me...
Tethercat said https://w.atwiki.
Yeah, no thanks, chat rat. So that's a link to a Wikipedia entry, and I use Wikipedia in air quotes. And it's got the look at chat rat just going off the rails. There you go. Are you okay there, buddy? Chat rat, you okay? Okay, good. And yeah, I'm going to be cleaning that up on behalf of whoever set that page up. I've already put in a request to say, hey, can I help out? can I make it more than just a sparse entry? But with that said, that sparse entry has gotten me a couple of views, quite a few actually, enough to ping my radar, if you would. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. But I'll tell you, that is not going to be tonight. We're not doing that tonight. Tonight we're heading over to the fishing hole.
Cursor 96 said that's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's fun. You know, it's all in good fun. So, once again, we're going to be fishing tonight, everyone. We're just going to have a chill night. There's not going to be a lot going on. Oh my god, there's cats meowing. What did we just spawn in on?
Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish.
Now, if you notice, Minimi did the right thing. I've got to escape this noise.
Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96 you caught a common white medium star carp weighing 6.7 kilograms worth 13 gold. You now have 8,245 gold fishing pole.
Alright, I had to come down here so I could hear myself, because the cats and the cats and the rain was just getting to me. So, to continue on, if you saw what Mini-Me did, Mini-Me headed over to the Twitch stream, because we're both on Twitch and YouTube. And over on Twitch, we've got the setup going on for the live bait interactive portion of the program.
Tethercat said, leaderboard.
As you can see, if you type in the word !fish, you can become a part of this ongoing effort to see what we can fish out of the nearby lake. You don't have to, but it's pretty fun. And we encourage it. Those are some of the top catches from all time that we've got on this fishing stream. And while I'm here, I might as well see what I can pull up.
Tethercat said, fish. Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish. Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a junk white medium star vape weighing 0.16 kilograms worth 8 gold. You now have 6,504 gold fishing pole.
There we go. That's gross. Okay, so some of our cats here. We've named some of the cats. Now you remember I mentioned that we have I have 6 Japanese senpai, kohai, etc. We've named some of these cats. Here's Belle. This is my older brother, Belle. Belle's a pretty good guy. Here's Mocha. Hey, Mocha. Mocha. All right, let's head back up. If we can sleep through the... Hey, Belle. If we can sleep through the night, then we can probably get rid of this rain. It's not nighttime yet. That there is Shui. Hey, Shui. And we'll get a few more name tags from fishing, and we'll name some of the others. Really need to create... I really need to create a... Oh yeah, we got some pumpkin seeds. We did a run yesterday, and we got a lot of stuff. You know what? We're here. We might as well name you. Let's name you... Lucian. Hey, Lucian. Lucian's another brother of mine, younger sibling in this cat family that I am associated with. There's gonna be a lot of cats coming around here, I'll tell you. Who's that? We got a little guy down there. We gotta name that little guy. What else we got? Let's got a new younger brother, and his name's Nahito. Hey, Nahito. Hey, everybody, who wants some fish? Yay. The rain stopped, but now we've got a lot of cats purring over here. And you know what? We have a new addition to the family a month ago, and just celebrating 1 month. Was Kogi. Yay, we got... So here we go. I need a group photo. Come on, guys. We're doing a group photo. It's me and the Tethercat fam. There we go. This is me and, hey, this is not all the cats. Where are they all? Oh, that's not good. Where are they? Did I leave some of them behind? Well. Well, that's cats for you. I love how the cats just gave up. The cats aren't even. They're done with it. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. The cats don't gotta be part of anything. So, let's do some fishing, everybody. Hello, welcome to the stream. And who knows, maybe I'll see if I can pull up some fishing facts. I feel like I need to empty more items into this. What I really need is I need another chest. Might as well make another chest. honestly did not mean to do that. Oh well. We have one arrow, and I think we're trying to get a bow and arrow set that has infinity. If we can get, and I don't think you can get mending and infinity, but if we can get that, that'd be great. Oh, we got more lily pads, that's good. Another book. We can start planting potatoes, we can start planting pumpkin seeds. Salmon. Alright. Let me see if I can pull out my fishing book. Where do I put my fishing book? So yeah, this is the stream, everybody. Welcome to the nice, fun, chill stream. These cats are loud. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. You know, the Tethercat family is unnecessarily loud. Detrimentally loud. Alright, everyone. Road trip. Come on, kids. Let's go. You're all too loud. You're all way too loud. Mocha. You ever try to herd cats? Herd. Who are you? Hey, Belle, get over here. Kogi, have a seat. Actually, Kogi, I want you over here a bit more. Come here, buddy. There you go. Attaboy. Belle. Come here, Belle. That did not work in my favor. Alright, Doggo, you're with me. Come here, Doggo. Lucian. Lucian, buddy. Come here. Lucian. Who's next? That's right, welcome to the fishing stream, everyone. We're trying to herd cats. Literally wrangling cats. Nahito, come here, buddy. Let's go.
Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish.
Come on, Nahito. A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. Come on. There you go. Attaboy. Who are you? You're a nobody.
Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96 you caught a common white medium star carp weighing 8.3 kilograms worth 15 gold. You now have 8,260 gold fishing pole.
Okay, we got Belle, Lucian, Kogi, Nahito, Mocha. Mocha, you can go over there. Has anyone seen Shui? Anyone seen Shui? Where's Shui? Shui's not in the basement, is he? I'm gonna go see if somehow Shui got in the basement. I gotta go rescue him. Wrangling cats. I can hear a cat meowing. Let me guess, you're Shui. I'm just gonna take a wild stab here. You're Shui, aren't you? You're not Shui.
Minimi Cursor 96 said I was about to say, get the cat wrangler.
Totally, I am the cat wrangler. Look at this. We can't find Shui anywhere. Just a random cat lying down there. Well, if anyone sees Shui, please report to the main office. Where the heck is... You're not Shui. Where's Shui? You over there? Hey Shui. Welcome to the fishing stream, everybody.
Minimi Cursor 96 said that's why we need a cat bandit called Outclaw.
Outclaw, that's still so funny. I love that so much. Outclaw is just so wonderful. Well, maybe we need a new Shui. We'll figure that out. We haven't done any fishing. Hey, are you the new Shui? Let's hold off until we can find Shui. I really hope I didn't leave Shui down in the basement. Welcome to the fishing stream, everybody. Random cat just hanging out with me. So, this is the type of stream it is, everybody. I've got a heart rate monitor on. You can see that I'm very calm and relaxed. Although with that said, I did eat a good meal tonight. I had a really nice... I made pork chops, vegetables, and rice. Steamed vegetables, pork chop, rice, and all of that was put into a mushroom soup. It's a very simple dish. Very hot, very filling. I might go grab some more. Because it was nice, but it wasn't enough. I need more. I only got in 3 bites. So here's something. In Japan, here's just some Japanese lore for all of you. And I don't think it's Japanese specific. It might be worldwide. But apparently, they say that a cat's tongue is sensitive to heat. So if something is too hot, it could burn a cat's tongue. That's kind of a theory, a running metaphor. Anyway, I had 2 bites of the food I had earlier, and right now my tongue is really sore. So I think I need to grab some more food. I'm gonna eat on stream. Also, I don't know where I put my fishing book. It was around here somewhere. Alright, well, let's, I'm just gonna, ever so briefly, go and get some food and find my fishing book. I'll be right back. That's right. 3 books. Read them. Stream, everybody. You can tell when I'm doing stuff because you can see my heart rate monitor going, eh? Anyway, I grabbed some food. I've got, and I hope everyone has water. I have 3 books with me. I'm going to be reading from 3 books. I'm overdue for some fishing, so I gotta get in there.
Tethercat said, fish.
Grab some food. It's really hot.
Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a rare white medium star red discus weighing 0.44 kilograms worth 100 gold. You now have 6,604 gold fishing pole.
I really like catching those red discs. I can always tell. Makes me think of like throwing discs. Like Olympian frisbees. Food. Okay, so what's going on here? That's alright, I'm going to read from a book. So, last time we were reading weird Canadian words. By the way, I am looking for a fishing book. I have not come across one. We were doing weird Canadian words last time, but I also found 2 other books while I was in the thrift store looking. One is called Weird Canadian Places. Another is called Weird Canadian Laws. And earlier today I found one and it's called Obscure Canadians Who Have Been Forgotten. I'm not going to read that one. That sounds boring. Although it did have like a very long entry on someone who once shot a sheriff but didn't shoot a deputy or something. I don't know.
Worthwhile condemnation x5 you said BSV wears on stream but
Sorry about that, everyone. Looks like we managed to come across a spam bot, but it's always a race between the spam bot and me somehow activating chat rat's mute function. All right, let's see what else. So I'm gonna take another bite of food here, and then I'm gonna read from a book. I found one. It's called, I think, 1001. The Penguin Book of Canadian Jokes. It's like a joke book for Canadians, or from Canadians. I got a big Canada theme going on, obviously. Let's take a... I'm going to pull up a random page on this Canadian joke book. Just a random page. Let's see how this goes. That seems boring. What's James Bond's number in Newfoundland? 00730. That's a time zone joke.
Wes
Newfoundland is
Narwhal
1/2
said,
hour
hey
away.
y'all, it's nice to see you're fishing again. I bet you've caught a carp ton of fish, just be sure not to flounder.
That's right, Wes Narwhal, and I got nothing. You've caught me at a moment where all the fish puns in my head are gone. Anyway, good seeing you, Wes, and thanks. Canadian joke book. The other part is that I have like the Canadian joke book in front of me, so my brain is not in let's look at fishing jokes quite yet. This one's about making fun of nationalities. I don't want that. Yeah. This is pretty boring stuff here. These are all... God, a lot of these are political jokes. For a Canadian joke book, it is incredibly dry. It's not really made for, like, grade 3. No, that's a stupid book. We can find other funnier things elsewhere. The Weird Book of Canadian Laws. I only picked these books up for like $2, so I'm not exactly sad about this. The Weird Book of Canadian Law. Apparently, it was against... Okay, in Wilkie, Saskatchewan, here's a Canadian law. In Wilkie, Saskatchewan, their town council went all out making sure that the town streets were safe in 1922. They passed a bylaw making it illegal to throw stones, throw balls of ice, throw snowballs, throw hard balls of any kind or any other quote-unquote dangerous missile or use any bow and arrow in the street. So they made it illegal to use any kind of dangerous missile or use any bow and arrow in the street. That was incredibly boring. Like, that was incredibly boring. Is that what the level of commentary is for the game? I'm not doing that. In Oak Bay, British Columbia. Out of control greenery encroaching on town sidewalks or on public roadways is against the law. In 1994, their town council made it law for residents to control their foliage with a hazardous tree and shrub bylaw. Okay, that's the stupidest book I've ever seen. Sorry. Let's save that one for the for Canada Day stream or something, because that's so incredibly boring. If I ever need to go to sleep...
Wes Narwhal said illegal snowballs.
Illegal snowballs, totally. I have a story about snowballs. An innocent story. Get your minds out of the gutter. So, I was young. So I was a young Tethercat, living in my little Tethercat family, and I was small. Like I was a very small Tethercat. I was the runt of the litter. So anyway, it was winter, and my sibling, who I've mentioned on this stream before, we were antagonistic to one another, as siblings can be. In one instance, I got pelted with a snowball, and that was, unpleasant, but, we're siblings. So I thought, being very, very young, I would pay it back with authority. And so I started packing a snowball. We were on the street where we lived. I started packing a snowball. And to make it really, really packed, to make it really dense, I dipped it in water. Like, some of the snow had melted into water, and I had that next to me. So I dipped the snowball in water. Effectively, I had made an ice ball. And please remember, I was very, very small, not strong, not athletic. And my sibling was walking down the street, laughing at me, ha, 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 walking away, a really far distance. So I had this ice ball in my hand, and I reeled back, and I took a few steps forward, and I hurled that ball far into the air, lobbed it in a massive arc. I threw that thing so high. My sibling was about 3 houses away, which for a small little Tethercat, that's a distance. I threw an ice ball 3 houses away, as hard as I could into the air, and it nailed my sibling in the back of the head. An ice ball, an ice ball at velocity from height. And it flattened my sibling down onto the ground. Just bam, knocked my sibling out. And one half of me was screaming, oh no, I have to run away. I'm in trouble. And the other half of me thought, oh no, I've killed my sibling. I should go check on them. It was a conflict for a little kid. Anyway, I started running away. That was my decision. No, I'm in trouble. I started running away. And I got about 3 steps away, and I decided, no, I need to check to make sure that my sibling, because my sibling is now lying flat into the road. A car could, it was not a busy street, but anyway, I turned around and I started running back. Go see how my sibling was. So I took maybe about 3 or 4 or 5 steps back, and my sibling got up and screamed, "Tethercat!" Screamed my name at the top of their lungs, and started to rise. And that was it. At that point, I committed to my first choice of running away, and I ran away hard. However, with that said, it taught both my sibling and I a valuable lesson, which was we should not really throw snowballs at each other. We were not mature enough to throw snowballs at each other. And that's the end of that story about illegal snowballs. To anyone joining the stream, welcome. This is what the stream's all about. We're just chatting. Just doing nothing but chatting, and I'm eating some food, and we got cats. One of our cats is missing. If anyone sees Shui, please contact the head office. Man, this is some good food. So, holy crap, look at those guys. Oh crap, they're coming this way. Oh crap, there's 4 of them. They're coming this way. What do I do? Everybody, high alert. Let's do it. Come on, Belle. Everybody, we have a situation.
Wes Narwhal said, "Face with tears of joy, that's weaponized snow."
It's
If
weaponized
I should ever need self-defense for like a burglar, I'll remember this story.
You just gotta remember to, this weaponized burglar has to somehow be integrated with Canada Do I have an infinity bow? No, I don't. I have a power bow. Alright, everyone. Be on your best behavior. Come on, buddy. Attaboy. That's one. You guys suck. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Come on, buddy. Let's go. That's right, I got teleporting cats. What do you got? We don't even have Shui out here. See if we can catch one of them. Nope. Yeah, weaponized snow. You don't wanna mess with a small wiry kid with weaponized snow. It dawns on me, my tetherkin. My tetherkin watches this story. My sibling watches this stream so from time to time. If my sibling is watching, hi, how are ya? And I'm really sorry about this ice ball incident. And I'm genuinely sorry about it too. Like that was so mean and unexpected. Why are those guys out there?
Minimicursor 96 said, fish.
Fish indeed. Alright everyone, I don't think that we're getting invaded today, so let's all stand at attention. You.
Tethercat said at Minimicursor 96 you caught a rare white medium star arapaima weighing 87 kilograms worth 87 gold. You now have 8,347 gold fishing pole.
Alright, Kogi, get some cats going on here. Mocha. Nahito. Come back this way, buddy. Scaramanga. Nahito, Lucian, Bell, not Shui, Mocha, and Kogi. Well, I think Shui's gone, so you're the new Shui. And if Shui shows up, well, we'll cross that path when we get to it. There we go. So yeah, that's how I spent my winter
96
vacation.
said be ready for war, devil dogs, and feline furies.
Devil dogs and feline furies. Man. Mini, you're pretty funny. Everyone's pretty funny. I'm blessed to have a pretty good set of people who come into chat and are just incredibly funny. You guys make me laugh, and I like that. Let's do a hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get some more fishing books. My current selection is lacking. I live on a busy street, and in non-winter hours, when I stream, I can usually hear people outside yelling, milling about, dancing, screaming, partying. And I thought I heard that for a moment, but it turns out it was just the Minecraft music in the background. My mistake. Oh, here's the other piece of news, I guess, that happened this week is we have a Canadian election. We're going to choose a new prime minister, head of the country. So we got a Canadian election coming up. And advanced voting started. And I was able to successfully do advanced voting. I cast my ballot. I voted. It's a good day. So that was yesterday. That was nice. It's always good to see when democracy works. Yeah, so what was it yesterday? I played Puzzle Agent. That was really fun. I only got 2 hours in, and it was very fun. It's a puzzle game. So I'm hoping that I can get back to playing that maybe tomorrow. Apparently it's a very short game, all things considered. Where those guys went. They came over from their little village area, and then they just swam. Just decided that they were gonna go swim. Oh well. I'm glad I have my little summoner's army.
Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish.
Fish. That noise startled me. Speaking of noises that startle me.
Minimi Cursor 96 you caught a common white medium star carp weighing 6.7 kilograms worth 13 gold. You now have 8,360 gold fishing pole.
You know what I miss is the singing carp. I miss that singing carp. That thing scares the crap out of me. Every time that we do a fishing and that thing is caught, it scares the bejesus out of me.
Tethercat said, fish. Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught an uncommon white medium star frontosa cichlid weighing 0.52 kilograms worth 36 gold. You now have 6,640 gold fishing pole.
I have a frontosa cichlid? Never heard of one of them before. Let's make no mistake, viewers. I am no fisherman, and I've said this before. I love fishing, but I know nothing of fish. I know I am not an outdoors type cat. So let's never forget that, is that my knowledge of fish is relegated to the video games I play and the books I read. And the meals I eat, prepared from other people. Tonight I had pork chops. That might be a fish. I don't know. I'm not smart. Speaking of not smart. So, I told you that we've got an election coming up. And everyone's doing the advanced voting. I was driving around today. I was running some errands, driving around. I almost ran over one of the politicians. I almost ran over one of the candidates. So what happened was, it's an election and everyone is scrambling to put out election signs. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. And they're all putting these election signs out. All the election signs have been out for quite some time, like a week, week and a half. But I guess one of the candidates didn't quite get around to putting election signs out until today. I was rounding, I was in an intersection and I was rounding the corner. I was going to drive up the hill. And the candidate had just finished putting a sign on a corner and was running back to their car and somehow just darted into traffic. So I had to slow down and make sure I didn't inadvertently kill one of the candidates. Thanks a lot. But that was fun. It's always good seeing your candidates out in the community. Maybe not so much when they're trying to off themselves by hurling themselves into busy weekend traffic, but it's still good to see them out in the community nonetheless. So yeah, that happened. Like, what were they thinking? Who's meowing back there? Hey, Mocha. Mocha, go hang out with the rest of them. That's good. Family photo. Better take a family photo. Yay. Man, you guys sure would like some of this fish I'm holding in my hand, aren't you? So would I. That was kind of cruel. Yeah, so that happened. Let's see what else. Part of the reason why I'm eating so well tonight is because we had that ice storm about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I had to empty out my fridge and my freezer. I'm still accumulating items. Still trying to get back some items that I can eat. Anyway, today I went out and bought some fresh vegetables and fresh meat. Which reminds me, I think I'm going to go and fill up my bowl. And then we'll come back for some more conversation. It'll be the top of the hour. All right. I'll be right back. Tell you what, actually, I'm gonna drive everyone insane, and I'm gonna go grab some food, but I'll do it while we're standing next to the family. We're back, everybody. What did I miss? I'm a little disappointed you guys didn't get up to any shenanigans. Ugh.
Tethercat said, fish. Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a common white medium star mussel weighing 0.10 kilograms worth 10 gold. You now have 6,650 gold fishing pole.
That sounds like a lot. Man, I am in such a good mood. Like, I don't know if it conveys, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or whatever, but I'm really doing well today. I think I was telling everyone I was going to have a really busy week at work, but I was going to fight through all of it and make my way to the weekend, and then I would relax through the long weekend. And I think that's exactly what happened. I'm having such... Ooh, look at all those. I'm having such a good day.
Fish.
I've slept well, I've ate well. The only There's only one small hitch in all of this weekend's plans.
Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96
Wahoo.
you caught a rare white medium star wahoo weighing 13.1 kilograms worth 84 gold. You now have 8,444 gold fishing pole.
There's only one small flaw in all of my plans. And that's I've been waiting for a purchase that I made that would go along with my video game systems. And it was supposed to come in next Monday. Well, Monday's a statutory holiday. Happy Easter, everybody. So instead what they did was they got it to me on Thursday. Which also means nothing because on Friday everything was closed. So it's just been very unlucky, all things considered, all around. Oh well. So I guess on Tuesday I'll go and acquire my item. But hey, if that's the worst that can happen to me this week, I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing just fine. Oh hey, it's the top of the hour. Everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm eating. Welcome everybody, it's the top of the hour. My name's Tethercat. How you doing? Hi. Take a look, this is my family. We got Shui, we got Kogi, Lucian, Nahito, Mocha, Bell. And a cast of others. And yeah, we're playing some Minecraft. We're just having some fun doing some fishing. Very low-key, very chill. Gotta get rid of some of these saddles. I need to find a garbage bin. Oh well. Let's see. Bowl. Maybe we can drop some lily pads in the water here. And yeah, we're just having some fun doing a lot of nothing. Just relaxing. You can tell we're relaxing because you can see my heart rate. Although it tends to spike whenever I eat food, of which currently I have food with me. Tonight's dinner is pork chops, vegetables, rice in mushroom soup. And it is incredibly tasty. Let's see, what else? We've been talking about fishing puns. I was relating stories of the Canadian election. I was relating stories of my youth. And now you're up to speed. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, and we got the fishing game going on. I should do a...
Tethercat said, fish.
Whoa! What the shit was that? A treasure chest?
Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a legendary white medium star treasure chest weighing 82 kilograms worth 821 gold. You now have 7,471 gold fishing pole.
That sounds like a lot.
Tethercat said, leaderboard.
Huh. Well, I guess that happened. That noise really scared the crap out of me. Wow. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're all having a heart attack like I wonder what my heart rate monitor looked like. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay to see what my heart rate monitor did there. Cause, yeah, that, kind of scared me. So, I was looking into programs to do video editing because I don't have anyone who does clipping of my video streams. And right now it's pretty dumb, but there is humor. I do have some fun humor every now and then. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have some items. So it'd be nice to do some streams.
Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish.
Or sorry, I got all distracted because I just about 5 things hit my head at once.
Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96 you caught an uncommon white medium star frontosa cichlid weighing 0.45 kilograms worth 31 gold. You now have 8,475 gold fishing pole.
Nice. I almost got 1,000 off that treasure chest. So, anyway, yeah, I was talking about how there's a Wikipedia entry for me now. Not Wikipedia, but similar. So I'm looking into using a video editing software program to create clips and make an introductory video of myself. The problem is that I'm not smart and I'm old. So you can teach a new cat new tricks. And I'm going to try and create a montage of my funniest moments. So if anyone has any suggestions, I think we were talking about this in a previous stream of the funniest things that... I'm going to go through each stream anyway. I typically have a pretty good memory of seeing a stream and then just cracking myself up. Some of the streams are pretty funny. I mean, there's given streams. My tried and true laugh fests are the driver stream and the skateboarding Thrasher Skater Destroy stream. Those ones just make me laugh so hard. But there's some other streams. I love the princess jumping dancing spider fairy. Skateboarding princess. Yay! So that'll be a fun stream to also do up. Yeah. there'll be just a ton of crime and punishment streams.
Minimi Cursor 96 said it'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to include guest appearances and other comments, so you'll probably be in there, and probably get June and Bailiff Ottercade and Bailiff Stormy and Bailiff all of them. Get all the bailiffs. Everyone who's helped out over the years. I was looking into it. It's been roughly about, and I use roughly, it's been roughly about 3 years. That it's been, I'd say about 4, maybe 5 years since I've been streaming. Ballpark, I'm not counting. And when I inquired into getting an avatar, that was in around 2022. So it's been about roughly 3 years since I started being, really being Tethercat. This blue cat that hangs upside down. So that's awesome. That's nice. And I think it's been about just shy of 2 years since this formal Tethercat was introduced. But I've been doing streaming for about 5 years. I can still remember some of my earliest streams. They were so rough. It was mostly just a webcam on my face, and like there was no special effects, no compositing. It was literally whatever I could get away with. I remember in one of them I was trying to learn how to play a guitar. So yeah, those will be some...
Minimi Cursor 96 said you've made it this far. You're doing great.
Well, thanks for that vote of confidence there, maybe, and I appreciate it. And, yeah, I think I'm doing okay as well. I've seen a lot of VTubers come and a lot of VTubers go. I've never been hardcore. I've always been incredibly comfortable doing my own thing. I've really come to appreciate the very low but loyal followers, such as yourself and others, that have come along the way. It is incredibly heartwarming to have such a tight community. And that community keeps growing. Every now and then, a familiar face will pop in. And I'm always welcoming unfamiliar faces as well. Almost all of whom are really exceptionally nice people.
Minimi Cursor 96 said it's really sad. I've seen some that are gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there's circumstances. Sometimes it's directly related to streaming. Sometimes it's external to streaming. Sometimes it's family life or health issues. This is why you'll notice, like, I don't set a schedule, but everyone can pretty much tell that if it's the weekend, if it's a weeknight, there's a good chance I'll be around. But I don't, streaming as Tethercat is not my priority. And it is definitely a fun hobby. I mean, I have many other hobbies. This is why you don't see me all the time, is because on any given evening, I'm either taking a road trip in my car, or I'm fixing some electronics, or I'm reading a book. Maybe I'm just sleeping in bed. And let's not forget, and I've been open on this before, let's not forget that I have mental health issues I suffer from depression and anxiety. Those get the best of me at times. So as much as I want to stream, I just can't. So yeah, there's many reasons why I show up and many reasons why I don't show up. But I've never, not once, not ever felt pressure of, oh no, I'm not streaming as Tethercat. I'm letting everyone down. I've never felt that. I don't ever want to feel that, and I also don't want to impose that upon my viewers, people who stumble into the stream. If anyone's here, they're just here. They're just here to have fun. They're just here to enjoy the chill atmosphere. Occasionally sharing a few laughs. But yeah.
Minimicursor 96 said it's very chill here.
It is very chill here. It makes me wonder if I should turn off the Minecraft music and put on that background Baroque music. I was thinking about that before the stream. Oh yeah. I mean, right now I'm dressed in my pajamas. That was a conscious decision before I started the stream, was put on my pajamas, my comfy slippers. I have these really nice comfy fleece slippers. And I've got a blanket on me because I'm old. You remember me from the reading room chair? Like... like you've seen me in this. This is really, really similar to how I look. Like, this is really similar to how I look right now. I am... if you were to put a computer monitor and, you know what else? If you were to put a computer monitor and maybe have this pop filter right here, this is exactly how my entire setup looks. You're basically looking at a 1-to-1 right now. This is as close as it gets. So yeah. So I make these very chill streams. My comfort is priority. Speaking of which, that's why I managed to, or why I decided to stop streaming the puzzle game yesterday, is because I was actually suffering from hunger. I hadn't eaten, and I could tell that my brain wasn't in full capacity. I could tell that my anxiety was rising. I have a good grasp of my mental health. I might not be able to control it, but I can recognize it. And during that stream, I recognized that my mental health was actually suffering because my physical health was demanding food. So at the 2-hour mark, I said, okay, everyone, that's it. We're taking off. And then I went and immediately made food. I had poutine. Nice hot potato gravy poutine. And it was glorious. Yeah. It's incredible to live in the modern age, the modern society, the modern era, where mental health issues are recognized. They're acknowledged, they're treated, they're respected. I mean, this was not always the case. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, we're living in a pretty good era, all things considered. But I can tell you that my mental health is always very good when I'm fed, and just now I finished eating my dinner.
Tethercat said, fish. Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught an uncommon white medium star lobster weighing 1.04 kilograms worth 73 gold. You now have 7,544 gold fishing pole.
I made no progress on that cat arena. Remember, I was trying to do something with an alternate chat interaction program. I was trying to have a Pokemon / Yu-Gi-Oh card fighting arena battle game for chat, which included or involved cats. That's what I was trying to set up, and it did not get set up. So I gave up. But it may return. Just not at the moment, not anytime soon. There we go. I am now fed. And with all the water I've had and the rice, my belly is full. There's no other way to put it. I have lots of vegetables, lots of meat, protein. I'm hydrated. I am satiated. Tonight's meal was satiating. Now I just gotta make sure that I don't fall asleep on stream. They say after you eat, you should always go and have a nice walk around. Go for a walk after dinner. Not me. I'm sitting here in this chair. I'm just hanging out with all y'all. And I'm very comfortable with that. I think I've mentioned in my past how I've lived through poverty. I have been malnourished. I have suffered in hospitals, gaunt. So, yeah, right now I'm fed. I'm sitting in this chair. If I get some weight put on me, I have no qualms about that at all. You know, no complaints here. It's a sign of physical health and definitely a sign of mental health. Everything in moderation is what they say. Oh. Yeah, those 3D streams. The Warudo test. The 3D streams were pretty interesting, eh? I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I'm not sure how I'm going to implement those. But they were kind of cool. I was checking out some Atari 2600 games this week. I came across an Atari 26 game called Angler. And it looked like the most chill fishing game I've ever seen in my life. Tell you what, I'm actually going to go and see if I can... I'm going to ruin my bandwidth and I'm going to try reacquiring it. And then maybe I'll just toss it on right here. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll toss on some Angler. I gotta admit, I was laughing. I put it on and I just started laughing. It seemed like the perfect game. Oh, sorry. Recheck. Yes, please. There we go. Okay. Well, that's... Oh, it's called angling. Called angling. See if I can... You know what? I'm going to toss it on right now. Games. We want BizHawk.
San said hello.
Oh, hello, San. Greetings, San. We're playing some Minecraft. Although I say we're playing Minecraft, I was literally about to toss on an Atari 2600 game about fishing. So, how are you doing, San? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to quickly add a game capture, and it's going to be for BizHawk. Where is it? There it is. BizHawk, and now let's toss on... Where's our Atari 2600 window? Here it is. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're playing some angling. Might have to possibly mute this. All right, let's see if I can start it.
San said it's me Sonny John, I changed my name.
Hey, how are ya? There we go. Check this out. Isn't this more fun than Minecraft? Welcome to the stream, everybody. This would have been a good April Fool's Day.
San said fish.
The fish thing only works on... Oh, sorry, I thought you were trying to... do the... By the way, I'm the player on the left. This is great. I'm the player on the left. Yeah, let me see if I can... Can I lower...
San said I can go on Twitch.
If you go on Twitch, and you use !fish, you can join us in the live stream of fishing. There we go. Yeah, welcome everybody. We're playing some Angler tonight. It's still a very chill stream, which is why there we go. We'll see if I can catch that little fish over to the side there. Yeah. Oh, what do you know? I got a fish. It's crazy. I didn't mean to do that. There. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Actually.
Philip J234256 said, fish.
There you go. You got a koi.
Philip J234256 said, I'm on Twitch now.
There you go. Yeah.
Tethercat said at Philip J234256 you caught an uncommon white medium star koi weighing 11.2 kilograms worth 44 gold. You now have 44 gold fishing pole.
Soda can.
Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish. Philip J234256 said, fish. Tethercat said, fish.
Now this is the
Tethercat
fishing
said,
stream that I was waiting for.
96 you caught a junk white medium star soda can weighing 0.11 kilograms worth 1 gold. You now have 8,476 gold fishing pole.
I'm totally that guy to the left on the screen. There's a gigantic shark.
Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a junk white medium star funny metal tubes weighing 0.21 kilograms worth 2 gold. You now have 7,546 gold fishing pole.
Yeah, I don't know why this guy's fishing so hardcore. Look at me, I'm just chilling out over on the left.
Philip J234256 said, fish.
So there is a time limit between fishing. There's a time element, so you can't always be.
Philip J234256 said, fish.
Man, we're really hitting those big fish, aren't we?
Tethercat said at Philip J234256 you caught a junk white medium star mug weighing 0.46 kilograms worth 9 gold. You now have 53 gold fishing pole. Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish.
I love how it's a chill fishing stream, but it's suddenly become very competitive. I really enjoy that.
Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96 you caught an uncommon white medium star oyster weighing 0.56 kilograms worth 67 gold. You now have 8,543 gold fishing pole. Philip J234256 said, fish.
I was totally that guy on the left.
Philip J234256 said, fish.
Doesn't quite work that way. You gotta wait. Yeah, competitive fishing.
Philip J23425564 said, let me fish.
What's wrong with you? Let me fish. It's addictive, isn't it?
Philip J23425564 said, fish.
It's kind of sad how addictive it is.
Philip J23425564 said, yay.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Tethercat said at Philip J23425564 you caught an uncommon white medium star gummy sharks weighing 2.13 kilograms worth 32 gold. You now have 85 gold fishing pole.
Gummy sharks. Wonder what those would taste like fried up. Fried, battered.
Philip J23425564 said, can I buy something or no?
I looked into the game when I first started checking out lurk bait fishing, and apparently you can use your money to spend it on stuff, but they hadn't implemented that feature. So they're working on it. Tell you what, let me see if I can...
Philip J23425564 said, fish.
Let's see. Store page. Apparently, it supports triggering a cast.
J23425564 said, brew.
Apparently, it supports triggering a cast with chat commands, channel points, bits, subs, and gifted subs, or a combination of all 5 triggers. I don't even know what any of that means. Convenient Twitch login. I can agree with that. All casts are automatically queued, so nobody misses out on their chance to fish. Good for them. There's 4 weather options to change the vibe. I have no idea how to change weather. You can create custom catches with your own images. You can choose their value and you can choose their rarity. Sounds like effort.
Philip J23425564 said, can you do a horror game?
I'm playing Minecraft. Typically, this is a horror game, especially when you get those creepers showing up. You know what? I do want to play a horror game at some point. It's why I purchased the heart rate monitor, to be honest. Both the Minecraft fishing stream and a horror game are why I purchased the heart rate monitor. However, the horror game that I have in mind...
Philip J23425564 said, new who?
The horror game I have in mind is Alien Isolation. I think I'd like to go and play some Alien Isolation. Let's see. Can I... Viewers can do that. Customization. Yeah, I don't know.
Philip J23425564 said, fish.
I honestly don't know where it says if users can purchase items. But I'll tell you what, I'll look into that. It's a good question. It's a valid question. I mean...
Tethercat said at Philip J23425564 you caught a rare white medium star rainbow cichlid weighing 0.49 kilograms worth 64 gold. You now have 149 gold fishing pole.
I mean, this is our current leaderboard. So, we've got some items in here anyway. A few of us have quite a bit of gold.
Leaderboard.
So it might not be far-fetched for us to spend that gold at some point. I just don't like the thought that viewers have to spend it on channel redeem things. That's stupid. I'd rather viewers spend it on stuff they want, like a car.
Minimi Cursor 96
or something.
Fish.
So I don't know how it goes, but anyway.
Philip J23425564 said I'm in last place.
You're not in last place so much as you're in newest place.
Tethercat said at minimi cursor 96 you caught a common white medium star Atlantic cod weighing 44 kilograms worth 33 gold. You now have 8,576 gold fishing pole.
I'm never gonna get sick of all these animals. Especially the family.
Philip J23425564 said, fish.
And I'm really curious what happened to those guys over there.
J23425564 said kill them all.
Yeah, we're definitely not killing them all. Half of them are my family.
Philip J23425564 said kill your pets.
No, we're definitely not killing the pets. Half of them are my family.
Minimi cursor 96 said I think you have to wait like 30 seconds or a minute.
Yeah, I think it's either a minute or 90 seconds.
Philip J23425564 said do it.
Not even close. And I'd advise you to knock it off a little bit with that talk. We ain't killing them. They're sticking around for the long haul. Maybe longer than you if you keep up that type of conversation.
Philip J23425564 said yes we are.
Yeah, I don't know. Alien Isolation would be the horror game that I'd probably choose, but there are other games that scare me. Like I played Exit 8 a little while ago, and that had some good jump scare moments that really got me. Whoa, what happened there? Oh. I hit the wrong button. Speaking of which, let's do a hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
There we go. Some of this Minecraft music is really nice. I mean, for the most part, all the Minecraft music is nice, but some of it just hits the sweet spot right when it's needed. I think this qualifies. Just got a text message. Just got a text message. What did it say? Who's texting me while I'm on stream? One of our bailiffs just texted me. Apparently organizing a shelf. Hopefully alphabetically or by color. If you're going to organize your shelf for whatever media collection you might have, whether that be books, whether that be Blu-rays or DVDs, maybe CDs for your music, maybe something else. I hope you organize it however you wish. And personally, I hope that you organize it by color. Alphabetical shelves are nice, but unless you're directly staring at a shelf, a rainbow color is really nice to look at. If you're going to be really, really terse about it, then organize your media shelf by its signifier code.
MinimiCursor96 said, fish.
Organize your shelf by ISBN number. Whoa. Sounded like a digital watch.
Philip J23425564 said, fish. Tethercat said at MinimiCursor96 you caught an uncommon white medium star watch weighing 0.20 kilograms worth 50 gold. You now have 8,626 gold fishing pole.
Ooh, Aqua Affinity, Depth Strider, and Quick Charge. I think I want to put those on those pants. That reminds me, I need
said
to...
at Philip J23425564 you caught an uncommon white medium star murex shellfish weighing 0.46 kilograms worth 37 gold. You now have 186 gold fishing pole.
I need to construct a enchantment table, or at least find one. It's amusing that we've been doing this for a few streams now, and all I did was spawn to that area just immediately behind us. Like, we haven't even gone exploring anywhere. We haven't even done anything. We've set everything up into this exact small little tiny area, and it's perfect. Yeah, we're getting around my bedtime. Like I say, I did manage to get a nap in earlier this afternoon, so I'm feeling pretty good. I think my yawning right now is not only a combination of the late hour, but also that I just ate a really huge meal. Yeah, and we're in the Easter weekend. So...
Philip J23425564 said.
Yeah, we're in the Easter weekend. So... I think the... I think it'll be good to...
Philip J23425564 said, fish.
You know that the coffee shop I typically go to is closed tomorrow.
Tethercat said at Philip J23425564 you caught a junk white medium star nugget weighing 0.19 kilograms worth 2 gold. You now have 188 gold fishing pole.
I'd admit, that's a... I mean, provided you got a gold nugget and not a fish nugget. That's not unsubstantial.
Philip J23425564 said nugget. Philip J23425564 said yay.
A sailfish.
MinimiCursor96 said, fish. Tethercat said at MinimiCursor96 you caught a rare white medium star sailfish weighing 62 kilograms worth 79 gold. You now have 8,705 gold fishing pole.
Every now and then I'm curious where our little scouting party went. They just swam into the horizon. Which seems like the most ineffectual scouting party if you ask me. But hey, what do I know about scouting parties? We got leather. What would it take to make a bookshelf? It's not even giving us that.
Philip J23425564 said, okay, bye, I have to go to bed.
Well, have yourself a good night there, Philip, and thanks for showing up to the stream. We're always playing this, and you'll always have more chances to do some more fishing, so have yourself a good evening. Stay healthy, stay well fed, get some good rest. We'll catch you on the other side.
Philip J23425564 said, one more fish, okay.
See, it's addictive, isn't it? Why did I just hear something splash?
Philip J23425564 said, fish.
Sounded like a skateboard. What was that?
Tethercat said at Philip J23425564 you caught a junk white medium star scooter weighing 13.7 kilograms worth 46 gold. You now have 234 gold fishing pole.
The curse of the lake. This lake has captured more skateboards, scooters,
Philip
vehicles, bicycles.
J23425564 said one more then I am done.
Yeah. You'll be here till 3 in the morning, will ya? You'll be fishing long after I'm done the stream, will ya?
Philip J23425564 said it is already 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Philip J23425564 said I'm still gubbling ambling.
That you are.
Philip J23425564 said gambling. Philip J23425564 said, fish. Tethercat said at Philip J23425564 you caught an uncommon white medium star oyster weighing 0.42 kilograms worth 50 gold. You now have 284 gold fishing pole. Philip J23425564 said one more.
Did anyone catch the watch along stream last night with Nami and Datovu? They watched Sonic 3. That was so hilarious. I watched Sonic 3 along with them last night. Another reason why I wasn't streaming. And they were so excited about Sonic the Hedgehog. It was exciting just to watch, just to listen to the two of them go at it.
Philip J23425564 said I have problems with gambling.
Well, you're at the wrong place, because I'm not going to stop you. That's something that you're going to have to deal with on your own. I take no responsibility for your actions.
Philip J23425564 said yes and it's free.
Yeah, that Sonic 3 stream was unhinged last night. I wonder if... Let me just see if I can do something here. Hmm. Hmm. No. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not enough into Minecraft to know how to take care of those turtles over on the side, but they're
Philip
doing okay.
J23425564 said, fish.
Those turtles are taking care of themselves. They don't need any assistance from me.
Tethercat said at Philip J23425564 you caught an uncommon white medium star frontosa cichlid weighing 0.56 kilograms worth 39 gold. You now have 323 gold fishing pole. Philip J23425564 said I have problems.
Well, we all got problems. Yeah, that stream last night was supposed to start at 8 p.m., so I set aside everything and didn't stream last night because I wanted to watch it. And then it turned out it was 3 hours later at 11 p.m. So I lost an entire evening, which, you know, wasn't bad. I got to relax and finish up some chores
Philip
and things.
J23425564 said what is the fishing game called?
Minecraft. And when it started last night at 11, it went until I think it was roughly around 1 a.m. I'll tell you, I was
Philip
plenty exhausted.
J23425564 said the other one.
The other fishing game is called
Minimi
Lurkbait.
Cursor 96 said, fish. Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96 you caught an uncommon white medium star golden red eye rudd weighing 0.64 kilograms worth 32 gold. You now have 8,737 gold fishing pole.
And we're at the top of the hour. Let's reel this fish in. I'll give it another 15 seconds and then I'll just say a quick hello to everyone. Because you never know who's going to show up. There we go. Greetings and salutations for anyone who's watching. It's me, I'm Tethercat. Actually, there we go. It's me and I'm Tethercat, and we're currently playing Minecraft for fishing. We got a couple of fishing games going on. We got some Minecraft fishing happening. We've got some lurkbait fishing happening in the background. For anyone who's interested, for anyone who's going to join us, it gets pretty fun. All things considered, it gets pretty fun. We And it's a pretty chill stream, all things considered. We sit here, we chat, we talk about this, that, and everything. You can see by my heart rate monitor, it rarely ever goes up unless I'm actually drinking water, or if I'm eating, or if I stand up, or if I do stuff. So yeah, everyone's welcome to join in on the chat, join in on the stream, have some fun, share some laughs. It's always good to have people watching that interactive element. The other thing is, and I guess I can do this before the sun goes down. We got some of my family happening here. That's Kogi. That's Shui, Lucian, Nahito, Mocha, and Bell. These are representations. All of these are representations of the VTubers whom I'm affiliated with. So if you get a chance and you're curious to see anyone, if you like the design and you want to see more, take a look. Go in and follow any of these VTubers. They're amazing VTubers. And I'm sure that you'll have as much fun watching them as you'll have watching me. Those are my family, if you would. There we go. But it does have me incredibly interested in seeing what's going on with that scouting party over there. I think this is as close as I want to get before tripping on the landmine. That's that scouting party. Yeah, I don't think I want to get any closer. But it looks like they're harmless. It looks like they're not doing anything. We're not seeing any activity over there. That's good. Hopefully they can stay away and stay peaceful over that way. That'd be nice. Yes, I can put away that sword. If it's a relatively peaceful environment, I should be okay. I have all of these mods on. I'm not taking advantage of any of these mods. If one of the mods is to use a hand axe and cut down wood en masse, and I definitely have not done anything like that. Actually, I could put the... I think I can put the, what are those keys? Tripwire hooks. I can toss that aside. What else have we got? I think that's spruce. It's too dark. I think oak is a lighter color. Birch? Spruce. It's definitely spruce. It's tempting to plant some more spruce, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, sure I am. What else am I doing? Welcome to the fishing stream, everyone. If you're just tuning in, we're fishing. Perfect. black wool, not to be confused with obsidian, which I have somewhere. Man, I tell you, this makes me so happy seeing these guys. All right. Let's get in here. Actually, this is a good time to... There we go. Okay. Here we go. Actually, do one more thing. Boop. Okay. Here we go. You guys will like this. Beached by a traffic light. Captain Ed Murray, fisherman extraordinaire of giant tuna, has witnessed many fishing oddities in his years at the helm of fishing boats. Some were first-hand experiences, while others were relayed by radio. During the tuna season a few years ago, Murray said, we heard a report of a hookup over the radio. It was from a group of fun-loving fishermen, the nicest bunch you'd ever like to meet. They'd never get caught a tuna, despite years of fishing. They always seemed to get into some kind of trouble, whether it was getting lost or getting their lines tangled up or something of the sort. Murray's wayward fishermen were fishing in dense fog off Montauk, New York, when a fishing reel clattered with the pull of a forceful fish. One of the anglers removed the fishing rod from its holder, set the hook, and began to fight the fish. The visibility was less than 100 feet at the time, Murray said, so we radioed back to confirm their location. Murray's boat was equipped with a radar system that reported the locations of all incoming radio transmissions. When the tuna fighting crew reported their location, Murray's radar showed them to be miles from where they reported. Murray was accustomed to the group's ability to get lost, and he quickly radioed back the connection. They thought they were 15 miles southeast of Montauk, said Murray, but my instruments were showing them to be 12 miles northeast. They were lost, but they told me they didn't care. They had finally hooked their big tuna. Murray monitored the boat's location and continued to fish. Hours later, the fog cleared and the anglers reported their catch. After fighting for 4 hours, Murray said, the tide changed and these guys discovered that their fish was not a tuna. It was a buoyed lobster pot that they had snagged in the fog. Another unusual occurrence recounted by Murray involved a separate group of fishermen acquaintances, equally prone to trouble. The fishermen were returning late one evening from the fishing areas near Montauk, New York. The group was weary and far from home as they approached Freeport, Long Island. They turned toward shore, deciding to dock for the night and resume the trip back the next morning. They were nearing their destination, said Murray, when the chief navigator spotted the first green light marking the passage into port. He soon found the red light that marked the other side of the channel, then another green light, and so on. The navigator carefully aligned the colored entrance markers and directed the boat toward the center of the channel. The exhausted party of anglers gladly anticipated a calm night's rest inside the harbor when the boat suddenly lurched, grating to a discomfiting stop. The startled crew looked through the darkness and saw surf casters standing on a beach. The red and green lights were traffic lights along a road that paralleled the shoreline. Here's a fish fact. Swordfish are born without a sword. As they mature, they lose their teeth and their spiny scales and slowly grow their eponymous nose. That's a fish fact. Here's a story called A Nose for Trout. Fortunately, is the start of this story. Fortunately, Bill Poinier's rainbow trout was a trophy-sized fish. Otherwise, his unpleasant experience on Mexican Hay Lake would have remained just that. The balmy summer morning was clear when Poinier paddled his canoe to the center of the lake, one of many sprinkled across the Indian reservations of Arizona's White Mountains. He carried with him a fly rod, a tackle box, and a 12-gauge shotgun in his canoe. When the fishing slowed, he planned to hunt ducks. Mexican hay is shallow, said Pioneer. Only about 4 feet deep all the way across. I was fishing the middle of the lake when I saw a water spout over on one side. It hit a boat and flipped it over. Summer was the time of year. Summer was the time of year for the little whirlwinds of sand called dust devils, and when they crossed the water, they created water spouts. I knew this one was traveling my way, but I thought it would miss me. Once he saw that it was coming right at him, Poinier paddled frantically, but the waterspout was too swift. It caught Poinier and capsized his canoe. Poinier retrieved his gear from the lake's shallow bottom. He righted his canoe, and he returned to shore. That should have been a warning, he said, but it was early in the day, and I wanted to fly fish. He dried his gun, changed into dry clothes, and laid his wet clothes in the sun. Then he gathered up his fly gear and returned to the lake in a float tube. I hooked a big trout on my 3-weight rod, Poinier said, and played it for about 20 minutes. It came up a few feet away from the float tube and lay on its side. I thought it was dead. Since he had no net, Poinier lifted the fly rod high and pulled the trout toward the float tube. The trout was heavy, and the fly rod strained against the weight. When it was just within Poinier's reach, the fish came to life suddenly and leapt. The fly came unhooked and snapped back at Poinier's face. The airborne fish landed inside the float tube and flopped wildly about. Meanwhile, Poinier's face had been pierced by the hook. It was awful, said Poinier. The fly went right up my nose. And it was the first time all day that I hadn't pinched down the barb on the hook. I knew I couldn't get the fly out, so I cut the line and kicked back to shore. The trout was dead in the tube, and there was blood everywhere. Poinier drove 35 minutes to the nearest hospital where the fly was surgically removed from his nostril. All the nurses and doctors came to see the fisherman with a fly up his nose. He said it caused a lot of interest. 2 stitches later, and hours after getting hooked, he returned back to the lake. Because of course he did. I didn't get back there until late that afternoon. By then, I had to pack up and head home. The rainbow trout measured 25 inches from nose to tail and weighed 5 pounds. It was the largest and most memorable rainbow trout Poineer has yet caught. Today, the notorious fish is displayed proudly on a wall at Tight Pines, Poineer's fly fishing shop in Tucson, Arizona. Here's a fish fact. A hagfish will bore a hole in its prey and eat it from the inside out until there is nothing left but skin and bones. That's a fish fact. Here's a stick. Kogi, take a stick. I can't get into that because there's a cat on it. There we go. Unbreaking, unbreaking. We're got a book, and we've got another book. I love that book. It's a great book. Can't get in there. Let's see what else. Tripwire hook. Okay. Hey cats, come here. Come on, everybody. You there, you there. Nahito. Mocha. Come on, guys, where are you? Shui, get up. Belle, get up. Come on, guys. There you go, Belle. Shui, there we go. Perfect. Cats in stereo. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I'll read another fish fact story. Might as well. We're here. I got the fish book. Hey, we were talking about a wahoo. Here's a story about a wahoo attack. Lou Wickseye took his position at the stern of the 92-foot charter fishing boat, the Royal Star. He was one of more than 30 anglers deep in wahoo country, 500 miles south of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. The island of Roca Partida, the first stop of their 16-day trip, rose solemnly in the distance, marking the location of some of the best fishing game water in the world. Wickseye, a burly veteran and unflagging tuna fisherman, waited with 3 other anglers for the signal from skipper Dave Kagawa to toss out the first lures of the trip. Kagawa had angled... Kagawa did not angle. Kagawa had divided the anglers into teams of 4, each angler trolling from the stern in half-hour increments. When the signal was given, Wickseye positioned his lure beyond the wake, and his rod jerked forward with a strike. It was the first fish of the trip. After adding another wahoo and a small tuna to his sack, sorry, I put the emphasis on the wrong word there. Let's try that one again. After adding another wahoo and a small tuna to his sack, Wixeye was back in position, trolling from the stern. This time the angler at the starboard corner was first to hook up. The boat stopped, and the waiting anglers rushed the bait wells, anticipating game fish from below. Wixeye wound in his lure and lifted it from the surface. As he turned his back to change fishing rods, he glimpsed a flurry of splashes off the stern and a shadow coming toward him. Instinctively, he raised his arm to cover his face. With his mouth agape, a 40-pound wahoo smashed into his forearm. The force of the blow slammed his arm against his head, shattering his glasses. The wahoo ricocheted off, splashed back into the sea, and swam away. I looked at my arm and all I saw was blood, Wixeye said. My first thought was, oh God, there goes my fishing trip. The wahoo, which had vaulted from the sea in pursuit of an angler's lure, had ripped its teeth into the top of Wixeye's forearm. Blood gushed from the deep 3-inch gash, leaving delicate arteries exposed. Ew. The skipper and crew rushed to Wixeye's aid, cleaning and packing the wound with fresh gauze. Within minutes, they were headed towards Socorro Island, the largest island in the Revillagigedo chain, and the site of the only medical facility within 500 miles. The skipper radioed ahead with the emergency report. The control responded the doctor would meet them at Socorro. Meanwhile, the second skipper, Leroy Shintaku, was aboard, and he radioed the U.S. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard responded with an emergency plane en route from San Diego. Later, with his arm bandaged and held high above his head, Wixeye arrived at Socorro. The doctor repacked his arm with fresh gauze, injected him with antibiotics, and recommended a trip to a major hospital. Wixeye was taken to the island's airport, and a bare strip of land and an aged macadam airstrip covered with cracks, weeds, and the occasional herd of wild goats. There were no lights which illuminated the runway, and no control tower regulated the random flights. The Coast Guard plane arrived at dusk, and as it came to a stop, the hatchway opened and 2 medics exited, expecting a broken-down old man. Instead, they found Wixeye, a tough ex-sailor who wanted only to return back to fishing. I'd never caused such a fuss in all my life, said Wixeye. I knew I was injured, but I felt just fine. After a quick checkup, the medics put him on the plane, and he was flown to San Diego. The nerves in his arm were damaged, and the wound was open to infection. Surgery was required. A naval ambulance was waiting in San Diego when Wixeye arrived to take him to San Diego Naval Hospital. It was 10 p.m., 15 hours since his injury. Wixeye underwent surgery and spent 5 days in the hospital recovering from his injury. Although he lost partial use of his hand, his fishing was not affected. I owe a lot of thanks to everyone involved, said Wixeye. Without them, I probably wouldn't be here planning my next fishing trip. So the moral of that story is don't mess with a wahoo is what that means. Also, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking through all these stories and taking out ones which explicitly involved damaging humans or any aggravated... I don't like these stories. Here's a fish fact. The word angler is the Old English word for hook. That's a fish fact. All right. Let's see how many visitors we might have lurking around. First off, let's sleep. And then let's exit by hopping onto the dock here. So far, so good. Hey guys. See some creepers way over there. Overall, though, I think we're relatively safe. That's great. That's great. My automated surveillance system has survived. That's comforting. Oh, let's see. We can't get rid of much more. Barely have any room for all of it. We've definitely got to get rid of some of these saddles. So let's start getting rid of some of these saddles. All right. I'm gonna get rid of some of these saddles. I return saddles to the ocean from whence they came. I will no longer be saddled down in despair. I cleared up some space. Yeah, that did good. Yeah, that cleared up space. All right, now then. All right, I'm gonna start marking off fishing stories that involve a somewhat more gruesome element. Let's see. A nose for trout. Here's one. I'm not going to read you the story, but all I see here is this guy had some broken ribs and needed 18 stitches to repair the wounds. So yeah, I'm just going to mark that one off. There's basically an entire section here that's just called fish aggression, and I think that this entire section is just stories about fish getting the upper hand, which is just weird. Little stories about violence while fishing. I don't know that I want to read those aloud. Yeah. Every one of these stories that I'm looking at right now involves hospital trips or surgery. So we're just gonna... I'm just happily ripping through this section. But what I do is I have this book and I'll literally flip to a random page. So if I'm flipping to a random page, I don't necessarily know what section I'm in. Hence, if I'm in a section where I'm just picking a random page and it just happens to be the violence section, I'm not going to read those and I'll flip immediately to a different page. However, there are fish facts in here, albeit some of those fish facts that I was reading, they can be pretty gruesome as well. I do not like wrecking or damaging or marring books. So the fact that I'm currently inside a book, marking it up, is pretty telltale. Okay, I think I've got all those ones. Now we can go to a different page. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Let's do a hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
Alright. Yeah, hydration check. Okay. That was good.
Tethercat said, fish. Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a rare white medium star marlin weighing 287 kilograms worth 96 gold. You now have 7,646 gold fishing pole.
Yeah, that's a pretty big marlin. Speaking of which,
Tethercat said, leaderboard.
that treasure chest, that scared the crap out of me. I'm still envious of the golden crown and the broken sword. As soon as a not broken sword comes back, I'm going to be completely envious.
Minimi Cursor 96 said, fish. Tethercat said at Minimi Cursor 96 you caught a common white medium star barracuda weighing 9.8 kilograms worth 33 gold. You now have 8,880 gold fishing pole.
is... I thought I just saw something interesting. Bear with me. There we go. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. Kabam. Oh. Ah. Okay, now then. Here's a story. It's called A Rooster Fish to Crow About. Oh, that was loud. Rooster fish have an unusual dorsal fin. The jagged skin spikes upward like the comb of a rooster. Baja California is home to the world record, a 114-pounder caught back in 1960. Few anglers since have caught anything close. In fact, only a handful have ever landed a 90-pounder. 10-year-old Keith DeFibra is one of those few. Early one Baja California morning, DeFibra, along with his mom and brother and a good friend, chartered a boat captained by Manuel Ortiz. We've read this one already. I remember Manuel Ortiz. We've read that one. I won't read this anymore. Thanks. Well, that's a nice book. Ugh. I don't know, everyone. I'm thinking of calling it. I think we've had a pretty pleasant and productive stream, and as the sun sets, I believe that we're gonna conclude tonight's session. It's been fun, and we're gonna dive back in and play some more games this weekend. I think that we're gonna play some more puzzle game next in the next few days. Maybe another fishing stream. Who knows?
Greed_1914 said see you soon.
Well, thanks for showing up, Greed. It's always good seeing you. I saw you at the start, and you usually stay quiet, so I fully admit I didn't remember having you around in there, but I do appreciate having you in here. It's always good seeing you, and yes, we will see everybody soon. So until then, as the sun sets, take care.
Minimicursor96 said it was great.
Indeed. And make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you eat. You have some good food with you.
Minimicursor96 said take care and good night.
I think I will definitely yawn and have a good night's sleep myself. All right, everyone, take care. We'll catch you on the flip side. Where's my screen? It's right here.
Tethercat said thanks for watching. Tethercat said thanks for watching.